Being a coach, and your mom's designing homes.
Yeah.
What was life like growing up in Maui?
Life growing up in Maui was awesome. I had a great childhood. My parents weren't together, but they were both really hardworking people. My dad is a public school teacher. My mom designed kitchens and houses, but both my parents still don't own their own home, you know, so that it shows, you know, the cost of living in Hawaii is really high. Even people who deserve to own land, a native Hawaiian like my father, hardworking public school teacher, still can't afford to buy a home in the land that he was born and raised on.
The biggest misconception about Hawaiian history and Hawaiian culture?
The big misconception that the world has is that everything's all happy and Hawaiians are so excited and stoked on everything, but no, I mean, Hawaiians were overthrown. Our government, our queen was imprisoned in her own palace, and she had to write songs and wrote songs that we still sing today of her sadness and longing for her people. There are amazing, great things about Hawaii being a part of America, but there's a lot of like animosity that Native Hawaiians have toward the government, and we can understand why. So I'm proud. My mom is from Oregon, my dad is Hawaiian, so I have it on both sides. I'm alive because the military was stationed in Hawaii. My grandfather was stationed in the army and met my grandmother, who was Hawaiian. So I'm a product of this melding of cultures, but I just do think people need to do a little bit of research and have respect for the island, the land itself, and also for the people, and understand why they might be like a little angry when tourists are like, you know, taking, you know, messing up, littering on their beaches that their family has fished at for their whole entire life, you know, or something like that. Like those kinds of things we can all learn from. So there's a really amazing school on the island of Oahu called Kamehameha, and that's where my dad went, my grandma went, everyone in my family. I'm like 4th generation Kamehameha school. So it's a school for Hawaiians. You have to be Hawaiian blooded to go there. So I was really blessed to go there. I know my language, I know my culture. Half of my band also went to that school, so that's kind of cool.
And I just think that's so neat, the fact that they actually have a school that teaches you your culture. That's
yes.
Here.
No, exactly. Very grateful for that. And the language is super important, because my great grandmother used to get, you know, punished for speaking Hawaiian in school because they were trying to like push away their culture. So now, like, you know, 80 years later, we're getting in trouble for speaking English in class, you know what I mean? So it's a cool turning of the tables.
Why do they work so hard to preserve the language and culture in Hawaii?
Hawaii is such a small little place on the map. So even just blood quantum, there are not very many pure Hawaiians left. So anything we can do to preserve that is huge, I would think. And our culture is amazing. It is so interesting. It is a hub of all these other different Polynesian, Melanesian, Micronesian cultures. It's in the middle of it all, so you can see similarities with the Tongan, Samoan, Tahitian, and it's just fascinating. I think we gotta maintain our individuality as Hawaiians, and everyone loves Hawaii. I'm so proud to be from there. You know, I want to know as much as I can about my culture.
Okay, early on now, were you exposed to R&B or were you exposed to reggae? Island reggae before R&B, or is
oh my gosh, it would have to be together. Like, I have a video of me when I'm 8 years old, singing at the top of my lungs, Maxi Priest, playing with toys. I just wanna get close to you. I mean, so that's like R&B reggae sort of already, you know? Working with Jacob Hemphill from Soja was awesome. He's one of the most creative people I've ever met. You know, every single day he's writing a new song. It's like almost like he expressed it as almost like torturous. Like every day you can't not write a song. So And for me, it doesn't always come that easy. So it was a real inspiration. And he gets it out like right away. Like he has studio access, and he just will like put it down on paper and put it onto the studio like ASAP. But he wrote songs on my album, or he wrote a song that was featured on my album For Love. Well, I've been a Soja fan forever, since I was a little kid, and I used to have my fake ID, and they would come to Maui and I would go and watch Soja front row rocking out. And so it was a real dream to actually get to work with him and get to know him and do a song together with him.
This song is called Only Man in the World. For all the happy couples in the house tonight. Yeah. When I was much more, my magic Sunday, I had a plan, had a man and never mattered. See, you played cool as doing when I was knowing me. The others faded, but you're the only light I see. Ooh, I tell you everything that you wanna hear. Ooh, you never let you know that you're a king to me. Yeah. What make you feel like the only man in the world? Yes, you do. I do make you know in your eyes something I'm not think about. So I make you feel like the only man in the world. Yes, you do.
How you link
Yeah.
with Tarrus Riley?
Tarrus Riley, oh, he's my favorite. I am so honored and stoked to have done that song with him, Only Man in the World. How it started was I was presented with a rhythm by my boy Dean Pond, who does sound for like Shaggy, and he's worked with other amazing artists. So he was on tour with me in Mishka at the time, and he gave me this rhythm. I wrote a song to it with a blank for the second verse, hoping to get somebody amazing on it. Never would have thought it was going to be my #1 choice of all time, you know. My favorite living artist from Jamaica at the time was Tarrus Riley, and sure enough it was him. So I got to go to Jamaica to film the video. I got to meet him and perform the song live multiple times now. It was a real dream. Very, very stoked.
The way he sings, the way he strings his instrument, the way he jams and the way he treats his family, he's funny. I know he loves me. Your life's been super complicated. Just play the song when you need a little help. Sing it with me. I think writing you this simple love song. After how long I finally writing you this simple love song.
Thank you so much for watching I Never Knew TV.
Please subscribe, comment, yay!